Today on RobertSpaceIndustries.com, there was a new This Week in Star Citizen, as we expect on Mondays, from the CIG community team. And if we go down to Comlinks, which is one place we spend a lot of time, just a reminder again, if you're watching this video further into the week and there's a few posts here, you can always hit View All to get to it. So just for the fun of it, we're going to hit View All and go through it the longer direction. Usually the one that's at the top is right here, and then you can keep going back and back and back, and you can clearly see a lot of them are This Week in Star Citizen or lore roundups and such. But we're going to hit the top one. You can also search by what it is and what series. So, for today, which this just came out moments ago, we have, well, This Week in Star Citizen. We have a lore post from Booty Call, which is a Nyx-based pirate organization's broadcast to the larger area, including it can be viewed in Stanton. It is inferred. And Alpha 3.13 and ILW, so that's Launch Week, post-mortem. And then finally, something that got pulled. I'm going to talk a lot about that. There's going to be a little bit of speculation at the end of this video, so just bear with me. And Star Citizen Live, and Subscriber Vault, weekly newsletters, etc. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. Now, this week seems a little bland. I mean, there is some good stuff, but, this week doesn't seem to be really hitting us hard. And there's a lot of discussion and speculation about what is going to fill that gap on Thursday, if there's going to be any surprises. I believe there's a big surprise. So Tuesday's Booty Call is going to focus on what they say pirate hotspots and current security situation in Stanton. And that's a shame, because this is the first time we've gotten a pirate broadcast that's in-game, in the game lore as well, that's current, and it's not in Stanton. That's outside of the Xeno events. So I would have loved to have seen Booty Call talk about the Nyx system a little bit, or in the systems next door even. What's going on in Pyro? Are the pirates kind of jostling for position, and we get to know them a little bit more as we're getting into the Pyro world? And the larger area, including Nyx, all the way about a few systems away. We're talking about 4 or 5 systems now, depending on how they lay out the initials. But that's neither here nor there. So we'll get a good lore post, I think, tomorrow. I'll try to cover that well. On Wednesday, we have the postmortem for Alpha 3.13 and Invictus Launch Week, ILW, giving you exclusive insight into our feature team's thought processes. Don't miss this post and see what went well, what didn't, and what we learned for next time. I can tell you right now, I thoroughly enjoyed this launch week. I think 3.13 has been a great success. It's not without its hiccups. It's not without its roadblocks and issues. I think one of the biggest things was the Javelin tour was very inconsistent. There was times where it was kind of broken, especially during testing leading up to the live event. The docking mechanism system, when it worked, and the Javelin tour itself was very exciting. People phased through the walls, which was kind of funny. And in a weird way, that should be encouraged by, I'm not saying encouraged, but that should be kind of ignored by CIG and let go. People being willing to explore and really push the limits is part of the DNA of the Star Citizen community. And I would honestly say that it was probably good the way they set it up. There could have been a few more live areas that were talked about in there. I don't know, neither here nor there. The Bengal flyby was really cool. I think they did a great job. People are already capturing images of the Javelin fighting in action that are blatantly beautiful. If you go onto the R Star Citizen subreddit, you can see some really cool shots. Some of the fellas are getting into the airlock area on the side of the ship and just sitting there and getting close-up images. It looks like Battlestar Galactica 04 or, larger ships from the Expanse or something firing their broadsides. And it's really an incredible sight. I can't wait to see more from the larger ships. I can't wait to see more of the UEE Navy, even the smaller side of things, and the larger numbers that we can expect that the Navy can bring to bear. So I would say that was my exciting things about Launch Week. And if you noticed, I didn't say much about going into the convention centers and renting the ships. It's hard for me to have a clean perspective because I have quite a lot of ships available to me. I'm not uber well off by any means. There's people way bigger than me, but I have all the ships I love. I have all the ships I've thought critically about and realized, like, yeah, I really, really want this specific set of ships. And so I kind of have different roles for different things, but not everybody's that blessed. And also, new community members during these launch weeks and during the annual sales and such, the expo, can really experience a lot of gameplay content that would be locked behind closed doors or have to wait for org mates to log in to access because they need their ships. And there is no org hangars yet where you can assign org permissions so other people can use ships yet. That's going to be way, way down the line. But that's something it's easy to imagine will take place, just not anytime soon. So being able to access these ships on their own and folks being able to enjoy everything that's part of Star Citizen that's flyable is really exciting stuff. 3.13 in general, I believe, was a good success. I'm not going to weigh in too much. It seems like as a subset of the community, the people who watch my videos seem to enjoy talking about what the newest, latest, and greatest, which is 3.14, especially because so much is changing in 3.14. Weaponry, shields, defenses in general, maneuverability has been completely changed in almost every single ship, every ship class, and every, of the smaller sizes and medium size and even large class ships are starting to feel the differences. And that's before even armor actualization comes in. We're already seeing massive differences, apocalyptic changes, as John Crew pointed out. And I think he said already he instantly regretted saying that, but it's true. There is major changes, and that's one of the reasons I think 3.14 is such a hyper focus. So it will be cool to see what the teams talk about, in particular about launch week. Postmortem about 3.13 in general will be cool too, but like I said, I think the focus. Now, this right here is the part where I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. To allow the teams to fully focus on imminent release of Star Citizen Alpha 3.14, we're going to take one more week before ISC returns and won't have an episode this Thursday. We know many of you are eagerly waiting for the show. We expect our return episode next week. I believe that they are going to take a shot at releasing 3.14 live. And I'll explain why my speculation belief there. It's just a belief. I have no inside source or anything cool. But based on all the stuff lining up, I believe they're going to take a shot at it. And what I mean by that is speculation, remember. What I mean by that is they're going to try to release it, and if the build fails, they will just play it off like it never happened, or they'll push it to the next day or something. And I believe that they will do it. And this is why. So if I was going to line up all my stuff, an Alpha 3.13 and ILW Postmortem, last chance to do a postmortem on these that anybody would care about and anybody would really give the proper attention it deserves would be the day before 3.14 is released live. Furthermore, by pulling Star Citizen, Inside Star Citizen off of Thursday, multiple major players in the Star Citizen development team, so for the PU, for example, and for CIG in general, will be able to not focus on making content for the community and be more focused, if they're needed, to fix last-minute patch changes to 3.14 live. We have seen patch after patch after patch. We're up to PTU 3.14K, and no less than the PTU. There's a new, so what speculation is showing and rumors are showing is that there's another patch. I believe it even is confirmed now, that there is yet another patch for PTU being considered today, right now, as we speak. That's one of the reasons I'm not sitting in a very large ship doing a in-depth review about it and discussion about what the community wants. Yes, I heard you folks love the 600i discussions. I'm going to try to push that to another ship as well. I love shining this spotlight on different subsets of the community and try to show, maybe get some attention on what their ships they love truly need. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm going to change it up a little bit where I'm going to do something in-game, hopefully in the latest PTU patch. And then literally while I'm in that patch, have discussions about the forum. So I'll literally walk over to, we should change this room, and I'll be standing in that room. But anyway, back to this. I believe that 3.14 has been put through so many PTUs, and the PTU has expanded to Wave 2 already. And I strongly suspect they'll probably bump that PTU to full PTU, every single backer available, especially if Thursday is going to be the release of 3.14 Live, as a form of stress testing and also a way to get more eyes out there, more chances of getting reports, crash reports, issue council, actual reports that are posted correct, posted through all the processes. Bayor having that information that he needs to see desync issues and other things that they're hot fixing. The Xeno threat test being put back on track late into the weekend. I believe that makes sense. And then on Friday, this is off of speculation now, we're back to reality, Star Citizen Live, which, if I was going to do Star Citizen Live, if you notice, there's no hint about what Star Citizen Live's about. So that's not speculation. It's just literally, we will have a new episode of Star Citizen Live. They don't even say who the guests will be. We'll update this post with a topic and guest later in the week. I believe they're going to take a shot at getting the Live 3.14. They may not even realize they want it just yet. They may be 70% committed. Remember, you've got Chris Roberts in his latest interview sitting right next to Sandy saying, we want this patch out mid-July, and I expect it to be mid-July. I feel they needed another week, especially due to the Xeno threat hiccup, and this is their attempt. This is their moonshot at getting this 3.14 out within a reasonable rate to really reinforce Chris's view and vision for the new patch. And yes, I do believe that a leader of an organization can really push their people to make amazing things happen. I think that 3.14 has an immense amount of changes, and it will not be perfect in its first iteration. You've already seen that my coverage and many other content creators, and what you've seen yourself. I mean, I've chatted with many of you in the post, in the Discords, in person, DMs and in Discord. I've chatted with everyone here, and I can say that we're seeing some hiccups and issues, but it'll be made whole. I have faith in CIG to make sure that each ship meets what their viewpoint is on that ship. And I said it very specifically that way. It may not be what I want or what you want, but we're going to try to find something that everyone can at least move along with. And I think that's where we're going. So this is my totally shopped speculation viewpoint of how to view this week's content schedule. This is not any secret information. It is not anything at all. But this is what I view it as right here. And this is terribly shopped on purpose. I believe when you look at this page, you should look at it this way. I should have actually put maybe release of 3.14, attempted release of 3.14. But I tried to make it as terrible as possible so somebody doesn't screen grab this and run around with it and then be like, look at what I found. Because I did actually match their font almost perfectly. And then it occurred to me that's like not a good idea. So this is how it looked once again. And this is how I feel it should look. Let me zoom in a little bit. It just occurred to me. Sorry, mobile users, my apologies. So this is what we've all been looking at. This is how it looks for the week. You've got This Week in Star Citizen. You've got the Booty Call lore post about Stanton for some reason. Alpha 3.13 and ILW post-mortem on Wednesday. And then Star Citizen Live on Friday, with Thursday being pulled for ISC Inside Star Citizen, which would have been a great in-depth dive with many of the development team. And then this is my take on it, where, you've got This Week in Star Citizen, but on the content schedule. But because Thursday's empty, I literally just put it in as when I view this is like, as I put, I think in one of the Discords I'm a part of, I literally put, this is like a signal flare from CIG. They couldn't make a bigger broadcast of we're going to take a moonshot at 3.14 Live if they tried, in my viewpoint. This is absolute speculation. I'm sorry to keep using those words, but I'm careful in case somebody's skipping around these videos. I've heard folks enjoy doing that just to be certain. I don't want to make, and if you tell this to your friends and workmates and they make fun of you because it's wrong, point them to my video, or don't, just tell them I exist or something and then blame me. You don't even have to give them my video if you don't want to. I'm not asking for free publicity. I'm just trying to give you an out. So that's the deal. I think that Thursday's a great shot for 3.14 Live. I believe the postmortem is on the last day possible that they know that there isn't going to be a shot at a 3.14 live build. The minute anyone gets wind of a 3.14 live build, which we have not, there is no secret info that I know of, there will be no desire whatsoever to talk about 3.13 any longer, or ILW in general. That'll all be thrown by the wayside. The only interest for ILW will be two times. One, when we get closer to the annual sale and people want to talk about what will be available. Well, what was available in ILW? What was the prices in ILW? And then look at how's that going to reflect the annual sale. So it'll be more of just a reference piece. And then also next year's ILW. There'll be discussions about what can we expect from next year's ILW. And, where is that going to line up with content for, things? Will we see another tour that's even bigger, or will we actually have more of an interactive thing? Maybe will there be more static displays? Where will it be held? That's all stuff that the original last year's ILW can help you with. And and giveaways too. The jacket, for example, has been very well received. I've loved the fact that now it's in my hangar. I don't have to worry about it getting cleared out every single patch and worry. Hopefully, more giveaways like that would be nice. Communities love giveaways. Speaking of which, if you haven't already seen my video about Xenothreat, small update on that. So 3.14 Live will reveal the fact that there is a new set of armor to earn, particularly a helmet, a chest piece, and a undersuit at the very least. So I would infer that there's going to be arms and legs as well. They're just not ready yet. They don't know what they're going to call them, or they haven't put them in the leveling system yet. But as you assist the CDF, the Civilian Defense Forces that are in support of UEE operations to try to stop the Xenothreat, you will earn levels towards new pieces of armor. No, I'm sorry, I don't have previews of the armor yet, and you can bet that once we get into deeper parts of the patch, if I can earn enough points to get them, I will certainly do a whole video on them. And also, in the live patch, I would love to join up with a few of you. Whoever's interested, anybody wants to join up and do some small party work with Xenothreat, and I think we'll all have a great time. And I don't always make videos, so one of the things I think a lot of people forget is that I'm human too. So a lot of times I like to fly with folks, and I will make clear if I'm making a video or not, and I will ask first. I will not just assume that you're cool with that. So do bear that in mind. If you just want to fly with me and my group, you're welcome to it. The same to you if you're interested in joining forces with your group, especially with Xenothreat. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to do group gameplay and really enjoy ourselves, and take turns being the caller and really running things, and some good things. And by extension, I'm not going to lie to you, I do enjoy making content, so that's something else that I'll be doing on the side, and at least for part of the time period, kind of capturing highlights and things like that. So that's all I got for you. I know these episodes are kind of be short for this week in Star Citizen. There's not that much really here. I can't talk about subscriber vault updates or even hint at them because it doesn't say what they're going to be. I can't talk about Star Citizen Live because they're being very veiled. And to be fair, usually they just give us a guest list. It'll be like Todd Pappy's going to be on, or Ian from Art is going to be here. Like the normal folks that are going to be really strong, for different things. And I can kind of cast around like, okay, well, we're going to have more gameplay discussion, or okay, we're going to have more concept discussion about where we're going, how things were made in the previous. But yeah, I would say that Thursday, if I was to be a betting person, which I'm not, I would say that 3.14 is going to be a shot at it. Just a reminder, if you haven't already been on the hype train before, sorry, my voice is not very good for hype, but if you've never been on the hype train before and getting excited, please note that whatever I say, even if I turn out to be right, there is only a chance that it will succeed. So when PTU builds or live builds get launched, they tend to send them to some type of magical test place. So there's some sort of group of machines that I'm guessing are, good, better, best machines for people's gaming. and they probably connect over the internet to the servers. And if those builds, whatever those test builds fail, and the internal QC team cannot succeed at, they apparently kick back the patch. So apparently there's multiple levels to getting these patches out. One of the Star Citizen developers saw on the, I think it was Spectrum or Reddit, I can't remember which. They had a picture of an entire NASCAR team literally beating the heck out of the back of a NASCAR that got rear-ended by another NASCAR vehicle. It's another stock car. And they show like the entire team just beating on it with hammers and saws and like as fast as humanly possible because they're trying to get the race car back out on the strip. And they remarked how they really love that shot. And I had the sense that they're, probably sharing that with their coworkers because it probably, and oh yeah, by the way, the subject was how I picture CIG getting a patch out the door. And I think that was closer than we realized to the truth. And anybody who's worked in IT or worked in developing platforms and getting builds out the door, I'm sure has seen that type of experience. I'm not asking you to out yourself, but I'm sure we can all privately laugh about this, because we've all been there. So give the team some credit, give them some leeway. I understand Thursday, it's a shame not having content, but at the same time, they may be doing something truly amazing, and we'll see. And at least I, and I'm sure many others, will try to hold them to what we're seeing. Please keep posting in the Spectrum general patch watch discussions and the issues with desync. Keep posting back there. Hit the test server feedback forum and inside Spectrum, and keep posting in those places where the developers will see what you're writing. If you have an issue, if you have a concern, if you have a thought about fairness about different types of ships, or even just literal issues, make sure they're logged into the issue council. All those things are still being looked at heavily. And I'm seeing PTU patch after PTU patch, in some cases less than 24 hours apart. This is the last time you're going to see a lot. Because once that 3.14 patch goes live, whether it be on Thursday or whether I'm wrong and you can laugh at me next week, it's going to be something where you will not see these patches constantly happen. Hot fixes don't get issued on a live patch unless they're absolutely like game breaking, like people can't log in or Orison's inaccessible or something like that. So it will take some time for those fixes to come through or changes to come through. Now is the time when the metal is still glowing hot and you're banging on, and we're all banging on it with the anvil, and this is the time before the quench, that this is now the time to keep getting your input and feedback in. That'll do it for me today. Like I said, I'm working on I don't want to reveal which ship it is, but rest assured, as soon as it comes out, I will get that review going. And if it build fails, it will be done on 3.14K. Please like, comment, subscribe if this helped you out, and I wish you all a wonderful day.